Hello, Darcie Mae here with the beautiful Princess Foxy Lady of Maine. And I have her daughters, Annie and Natalie, over here, all ready for special Peably Storytime number 9, which we are going to share for free with you this one time, so you get an idea of what we do on Facebook. Okay, are we ready to begin? Welcome to special Peably Storytime number 9 with me, Darcie Mae, Princess Foxy Lady of Maine, and her daughters Annie and Natalie. Are we ready? Let's begin. Annie and Natalie knew today was Sunday. They were getting ready for story time today. They were dressed up nice, ponytails in their hair. They worked together and got their double green chair. They got 2 tables that were pink, one round, one square. Square one for their mom and round one went by their chairs. One more table was got, the biggest one I think. Then the girls made popcorn and got themselves a drink. Their pets, little Chi-Chi and little Squirt, were with Annie and Natalie by their necks and their chins. They got up in their seats. They waited for their mom. They were hoping that soon that their mother would come. Finally, their mom came. Princess Foxy Lady came carrying that book about little Peablys. The book was set down on the table there for her. Then she said a hello to both of her daughters. I am all ready, Mom, ready for you to read from that magical book, said happy Natalie. I am ready too, Mom, said excited Annie. The princess said, good girls, thanks for being ready. Then the princess reached out, the string came off the book. The book is leather bound, very old it does look. Annie and Natalie watched their mum very close. Soon magic will happen, off to Pa's home they'll go. The princess reached out and opened up that book for the next story to read. She carefully looked. She found the right story. It's story number 9. She said, okay, my girls, it's 2:00. It's time. Annie and Natalie were as excited as could be. They know magic happens when their mum begins to read. Princess Foxy Lady of Maine had this to say. It's time for me to read. Listen closely. Okay? The Peablys, Book 1, Story 9. Grandpa and Grandma Peably come to visit. One night at the table, when supper was finished, Mama had a surprise for Papa, Bub, and Sis. Mama said with a smile, I've a surprise for you. We are going to have a visitor. Guess who? I do not know, said Bob. I cannot guess, said Sis. Do you know who the visitor is? Pa thought for a moment, rubbed his chin. Then he said, I can only think of 2 people in my head. Mama, I have a guess. Could it possibly be the Grandpa and Grandma Bub and Sis Peably? You are correct, Papa. It's Grandpa and Grandma. By lunchtime tomorrow they will be here, said Ma. Bob jumped up and hollered, excited as could be. I cannot wait to show my gold watch to Grampy. Sis ran to Ma and said, Grandma Peably I miss. When she comes to visit, she gives me a big kiss. Ma said, let's hold hands, and we'll all say thank you for Grandpa and Grandma, who certainly love you. All right now, Bub and Sis, it is now time for bed. Take Jake and Jamie with you upstairs to their beds. Pa said, when you go up, the stairs to your beds. Wish Grandpa and Grandma a safe trip in your heads. Give Mommy a kiss, then head up to the loft. Snuggle up in your beds with blankets cuddly soft. Early in the morning when all the chores are done, we'll wash up nice and clean before your grandma comes. I love you and good night. Bub and Sis went to bed. Then Mama and Papa rested their Peably heads. Early the next morning, Leroy let out his crow. It is time to get up. That's how the Peablys know. Breakfast was finished quick. Then all the chores were done. They cleaned their Peably house. Even Papa helped some. Bub and Sis went and they both washed their face and hands. Pa and Ma washed up too. Side by side they did stand. Then Papa's family all went outside to wait for Grandpa and Grandma Peably to come today. Pa looked far as he could. He looked out past the trees. He heard a funny noise, then looked harder to see. Coming over the hill came a small, odd buggy, and in it you could see were Grandpa and Grammy. Papa hollered loudly, "You've got to all see this!" Up closer to Papa ran Mama, Bub, and Sis. They screamed with excitement as soon as they could see their Grandpa and Grandma passing by a big tree. "What are they in?" asked Bub. "What can that be?" asked Sis. "I don't know," answered Pa. "I wonder what it is." Grandpa and Grandma stopped right in front of Papa. "Do you like our buggy?" Grandpa asked of Mama. Ma said, "I've not seen one. How do you make it go? Does it move very fast or does it move real slow?" Grandpa told Pa and Ma, "It can go fast or slow. The fuel it uses is the corn and stalks we grow." "I want to ride," said Bub. "Please, please," Sis added in. "After we have a rest," Grandpa said with a grin. They all went in the house to have a drink and snack. Grandpa, Bub, and Sis asked, "May we ride in the back?" He said, "First we unload all we have brought with us. Will you help me unload a basket full of stuff?" Bub and Sis did help there. Grandpa emptied the back of his little buggy, and that is a true fact. Grandpa saw Bub and Sis climb up in his buggy. "I guess you want to ride," Grandpa said happily. He did give them a ride in his small but odd buggy. Bub and Sis were smiling and laughing happily. When Bub and Sis finished their fun ride with Grandpa, they ran into the house to tell Ma and Grandma. Grandpa then showed Pa how to fuel up the buggy. He took an ear of corn from behind the front seat. He asked Pa to hold it while he looked around the hood. Pa gave him the corn back, then beside Grandpa stood. Grandpa pushed the corn in his buggy in a hole. The motor grinds the corn, then makes the buggy go. Pa said I should have one of these here on my farm. It would be a big help working around the barn. Then Bub and Sis yelled, "Pa, it is time to do chores. Ma's done milking the cow and has gone back indoors." Bub mixed grain and water and gave it to the hogs. Then he went and he gave food to both of the dogs. Sis gave grain to the hens and fed the cat named Ange. Sis also snuck some cheese out to the mouse named Pam. Grandpa went to help Pa finish up all the chores. Then they left the barn, went to the house, and indoors. Grandma had helped Mama to cook supper tonight. Potatoes, peas, and roast is what they ate this night. Before bedtime had come, Grandma called out to Sis, "Come here, my little girl. I need my special kiss." After Grandma said that, small Sis ran to her fast. Grandma gave her a kiss. Special moments they have. Sis said, "Oh, I love it. I knew you would kiss me. You are a special Grandma, and this is what I think." Sis gave Grandma a hug. Then she went to her bed. "I love my family," she thought within her head. The Peablys went to bed and each called out good night. "See you in the morning when it's again daylight." What will Bob and Sis do when tomorrow does come with Grandpa and Grandma? I bet they will have fun. Peably story number 9 has come to an end. Read more on Grandpa and Grandma in story 10. The princess stopped reading. She looked up at her girls. She didn't realize they were closer to her. Annie and Natalie were up out of their seats. They stood by the tables and they looked at them oddly. Their popcorn was all gone. Their drinks were all gone too. They do not remember drinking or eating food. When the princess reads from that special Peably book, the girls somehow move to Pa's home. They hide and look. They feel they are right there at Pa Peably's. They feel they are there while happening's the story. Then when the story ends, they leave Pa Peably's home. Somehow they do return, yes, back home. They do go. Oop. Their mom said, "It is time to take care of your things. Take care of the green chair, popcorn bucket, and drinks." The girls did what she asked, and when they were all done, they went back and stood by that book that is so fun. Natalie said, "Mom, that book is one of a kind. It's magical, and I always have the best time. When you read us stories, I am right there, it's true. I am at Pa Peablys and watching what they do." Annie said, "Mom, she's right. I know. I am with her." The princess shook her head. Should she believe her girls? Annie and Natalie ran up and wrapped around their mother's front legs without making a sound. Then Annie said, "Thank you. Thanks for the great story. I can't wait till next time. I love you lots, Mummy." Natalie said, "Mom, you are the best mom there is. I love you very much, and I love you too, Sis." Annie was some surprise. She said, "I love you too. I could not ask for a better sister than you." Oop. The princess heard her girls. Tears were in her eyes too. She bent over, hugged her girls, and said, "I love you. I love you both very much, more than the birds and bees, and even more than all, the air we have to breathe." Well, there. That's it. That's it for that Peably story. That ends special Peably story time number 9. Special Peably story time number 10 will be on Sunday, April 3rd at 2 p.m. a.m., our main time, of course, Eastern Standard Time. I already have the event set up, so go there and get signed up so you don't miss it on my Facebook site now. I'm going to end today's story time different. I have one duplicate picture from the story. The stairs to the loft in past Peably home is in the picture. On the stairs, I have drawn a red heart. I am going to show you the picture for a couple seconds. Now listen closely. I am going to save this story with the other Peably stories in my Peably story collection on my Facebook site. I want you to go there to this story where I saved it there. And then I want you to guess what number step the red heart is on. The first person to guess the correct number that the red heart is on, the number step the red heart is on, will get the picture mailed to you, and the princess will put her paw print on the back of it, Annie and Natalie too, and I'll sign it too if you'd like. So remember what I said. You gotta go to the save collection to be able to get a guess. Okay? Now I'm going to show you the picture for about the count of what? 3. That should give you time to get a good look. So are you ready? Let me see if I can get you a little more light. Okay. Are you ready? Here we go. Oop, can you see it? Not at all. Okay, wait a minute. Let me get the light over here. There we go. Can you see it now? All right. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Remember, go to the saved collection and you gotta vote there for what number. The first one will get it. Well, okay. It's time for our end of story time song. Are you ready? Goodbye to all our friends. Our story time is done. Goodbye to all of you. It has been lots of fun. Thank you all for coming. We love each one of you. Here's a warm hug from me, the princess and her girls too. Goodbye, our friends. We'll see you next Peably Story Time featuring the Peablys Book 1, Story 10. Okay, bye-bye for now, our friends. Have a great afternoon.